Good morning, everybody. This morning I was reflecting on what I could share that has been of value to me in my life. And one thing that I realized that made a tremendous difference in my early stages of my spiritual journey was really the clarity about several concepts. One is Dharma and Adharma. And I thought I'd explore that with you briefly. Dharma, what is Dharma? Dharma is a Sanskrit word that denotes many things in different contexts and can be applied differently. However, one definition of Dharma is it represents laws of truth that govern creation. And these laws of truth, so what would be an example of a dharmic law would be oneness. Oneness is, and unity consciousness is part of Dharma. And this is what applies in life generally. And what is another example of a dharmic law? It is called karma, the law of cause and effect. As you sow, so shall you reap. Whilst in the West, as you sow, so shall you reap, actually relates to in this lifetime. In the East, it also refers to your previous lifetimes. And then there is another dharmic quality of, we can say, Ahimsa. Ahimsa is an ethical dharmic concept, which shows that if you are non-violent, and Ahimsa means non-violence, if you're non-violent in your life, it creates harmony, and therefore it avoids social conflict. And of course, the vice versa is also true. Now, knowing that the whole of this creation is driven by certain natural laws that affect all human beings equally, it has made a lot of difference to me, because then you say, well, why do I need to know how does it really apply to me? And you can say, actually, Dharma applies to you in the sense that when you go against the flow, or adharma, then it creates certain consequences for you. In other words, if you go against the flow of what is natural, then conflict results in your life, and this results in emotional and psychological issues, and can finally lead to even ill health, and it affects your well-being. So it's really important to understand that and our life is run on the backdrop of these laws of truth. If I said Dharma is also reflected as the essential nature of being. So what do I mean by that? So we can say that the Dharma of the sun is to shine. The Dharma of the water is to flow and to be cool. The Dharma of the flower is to rise towards the sun. And the Dharma, so the question is, what is the Dharma of a human being? Is to be the best you can be. It is to honor who you are at the very core of your being and to realize that core. So to be self-realized. So the Dharma of a human being is to be self-realized. And so that is the journey that we are on. And when I was looking at of course, Dharma can also be as a term used in terms of, depending on how you define the understanding of the self, based on two understandings of the self, you can have what they call material Dharma and spiritual Dharma. Material Dharma relates to your duties and your responsibilities in society. So when JF Kennedy, I remember saying, do not ask for what your country can give you, but ask for what you can do for your country, would be a sort of thing that would be in flow with Dharma, because it is for the greater good of humanity. as such. So when I was looking at the possibilities of what is spiritual dharma is being in flow with nature as nature is intended, and to be more and more conscious about your life, and to raise your levels of consciousness to see where things actually meet. And do we need to be taught this dharma? Not really. They say, if I said to you, do unto others as you like done to yourself, that makes total sense, because you don't want somebody to steal from you. You don't want somebody to tell you a lie. You don't want somebody to be possessive over you. All of these things are inbuilt within us. So dharma is also our innate nature. And when we flow with our innate nature and we flow with the dharma of the general harmony of creation, we find that there is health and well-being. And that is so important here and today. Climate change, I would say, is perhaps an example of when, because I think we haven't realized how interdependent we are as human beings. And because everything has merged in such a way, we have either inadvertently or knowingly perpetrated a challenge where we have created this climate change as a whole, as a unity. So our solutions have to be something that we have to enter into together. So we have to flow in a way that works for greater good. So perhaps in a sense, when I've realized that if I said to you on a practical level, just cherish people around you, cherish the things you believe in, cherish also the fact that everyone has a right to be and to live, and so to be as humane as you can possibly be. And of course, we are in very interesting times and can be really tested on this. And all I can say to you is, what actually dictates to me in my life, how I act on moment to moment, is this consciousness and this clarity that there is a dharma that flows through us, and it's natural to us. And that if we just flow with that dharma, you find that there's greater harmony. And so, my friends, I hope that this understanding will help you in how you can conduct yourself in your life. So thank you for listening to me, and I hope this has been of some benefit to you. Take care.